Viewers, very good morning to you all. I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Misra, welcoming you all to this session. Today, we will discuss about the topic titled Data Mining, an automated technique to deal with big data. Friends, you must be agreed with me that data is the base of our day-to-day activities. We all are trying to capture and preserve more and more data. This is the age of collection of data, information processing, knowledge gathering, and the realization of wisdom. Relationship between data and their complexity is exponential in nature. That means when the number of data increases arithmetically, their complexity increases geometrically. In real life scenario, we have to deal with quite a large number of data that is dynamic in nature. The traditional Kiru design or trigger data exploration system like database management system, relational database management system, and object relational database systems cannot meet all these challenges because they require exact query to work with. Here comes the role of data mining because in our real life data is unorganized, partially available, or vaguely correlated, or only patterns are known. To overcome such situations, data mining is used as a process of finding values from volume. Now, we will have a detailed discussion regarding data mining. The evolution of data mining begins with the introduction of computer and online business to deal with massive collection of unorganized and transactional data. Data mining is a process of extracting the hidden patterns or tendencies or predictive information from large database which in general is not visible due to its large size. It is a non-trivial and implicit process of identifying valid, novel, previously unknown, potentially useful, and ultimately the understandable pattern in data. Here, the term non-trivial means a question or a problem which cannot be answered in yes-no form, whereas implicit means a situation which appears to be true but may not. It is widely used in the areas like decision support system, prediction, estimation, and forecasting. Depending on the data types, data mining can be subdivided as sequential mining, web mining, text mining, spectral mining, theme mining, image mining, process mining, and genome data mining. Friends, I hope you have gathered a little idea about data mining. Now, we will discuss about two different terms, KDD and data mining. Here KDD refers the knowledge discovery in database, whereas data mining is another aspect. They are quite similar, so frequently we are using them interchangeably, but they have a subtle difference that was defined by a team headed by Fayad in the year of 1989. To overcome this, we have to undergo the different stages of knowledge discovery in database. In this, we can observe that data mining is one of the steps of knowledge discovery, which is concerned with the algorithmic means by which patterns or structures are enumerated from the data under acceptable computational efficiency limitations. The outcome of data mining is patterns or structure that must satisfy some conditions like validity, understandability, utility, novelty, and interestingness to be accepted as knowledge. Phases of knowledge discovery in database is explained subsequently. Here in this diagram you can observe there is a large data set collected from different sectors and deposited in a large repository known as data warehouse. This contains the raw data, and basing on the requirement we have to select the target data or the final data. That is depending on the problem or the domain specific. This is also known as the final data, or we can say final data is the data which we enter, or by taking the help of that we are going to calculate the further details. Whatever the data that we have taken for our considerations, that may contains different types of anomalies. So during pre-processing part we have to remove that anomalies, and finally we have a data, or we can say we have the pre-processed data. That pre-processed data has to be transferred to its suitable form. Here transformation means to convert the data as per the requirement of the problems. Now that transformed data has to be mined by using different types of technology used. Here mining plays the vital role, because during mining actually we are trying to extract the hidden tendency or the patterns which in generally is not visible due to its large size. And during mining part we are, whatever the patterns we have collected, that patterns has to be analyzed, that has to be interpreted, or that also has to be visualized to draw some conclusions or draw some rules. And whatever the rules we have collected, if that pass through the support and confidence, then that can be accepted as a knowledge that we can use in our future purposes. Now we will discuss about another misconception that is taking place in case of database management system and data mining. As we know, database management system is a query driven or trigger data exploration system used when the exact query is known. Here preciseness is important, whereas in case of data mining is an automatic data exploration system. In this, partially or vaguely correlations or patterns are known. In data mining we set a hypothesis, generally known as null hypothesis, and test it by sifting through the database as per the given level of significance and degree of freedom. Practically, rules are not possible to generate with 100% accuracy. So we have to design them with a limiting value termed as level of significance. Generally, for our day-to-day observations, we are taking the level of significance as 1% or 5% or 10%, that is with 99% or 95% or 90% confidence level. Here we have taken two considerations to accept the assumptions. If hypothesis calculated is greater than or equal to hypothesis tabulated, we have to reject the null hypothesis. Whereas if hypothesis calculated is less than hypothesis tabulated, there is no option to reject the null hypothesis. In case of that, we have to think about an alternative hypothesis. There are three ways by which data mining system makes use of an existing database. Approach 1, database is used as data repository that is downloaded into its own memory before data mining algorithm starts. In second approach, database management system is used only for storage and retrieval of data through structured query language commands as and when required by the algorithm. In third approach, the portions of the application programs are selectively pushed to the database system to perform the necessary computation. As we know, data mining is an interdisciplinary subject. It includes quite a good number of subjects, mainly mathematics, statistics, and machine learning. Here, the role of mathematics is to develop an algorithm to capture the relevant data. It shares 20% of the data mining task. The most vital aspect of data mining is statistics. Here, statistics is a subject which is used to analyze the captured data to draw conclusions. It shares approximately 50% of the data mining task. Then the role of machine learning comes. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence to automate the process. Machine learning is of four types: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Now we will discuss about different types of machine learning. Number one, supervised learning. This is the type of learning in which we have some training set for the classes. System finds a description of each class. Once the description has been formulated, it is used to predict the classes which are previously unseen. This is similar to discriminant analysis in statistics. Number two is unsupervised learning. This is the process of learning from observation and discovery. In this, there is no prior training set or knowledge of the class. The systems analyze the given set of data to observe similarities emerging out of the subset of the data. Here the outcome is a set of class discovered in the environment. Number third one is semi-supervised learning. This is the technique where we use few training data and more untrained data. Basing on the trained data and their similarities, untrained data are categorized in the different clusters. This minimizes the cost involved and improves the performance of the untrained data. Finally, we will discuss about reinforcement learning. In reinforcement learning, one has to learn by interacting with its environment and observing the results of these interactions. Here, one has to perform actions and witness the results of these actions on the environment. This is also known as cause and effect and is a fundamental way to learn throughout our lifetime, basically used by human beings and animals. Friends, we have already discussed about the concept of data mining and the basic difference between the knowledge discovery in database management system, and data mining. Now, this is the time to discuss about the fundamental task that data mining is performing and the approaches used to get it. Data mining has two fundamental tasks to perform. Number one, prediction, and number two, description. Prediction makes use of existing variables in the database to predict unknown or future values of interest, whereas description focuses on finding patterns, describing the general properties of data in the database, and the subsequent presentation for user interpretations. Now, when we are talking about the different approaches used by data mining, is user guided or verification driven approach, and number two is discovery driven or automated discovery of rules. Under user guided or verification driven approach, user sets a hypothesis, generally known as null hypothesis, and then test the hypothesis on the data to verify its validity. Here emphasis is on the user who is responsible for formulating the hypothesis and issuing the query on the data to accept or to reject the hypothesis. Whereas under discovery-driven approach, the system automatically discovers important information hidden in the database. The data is sifted in search of frequently occurring patterns, trends, and generalization about the data without intervention or guidance from the user. There are different techniques used in case of data mining. The commonly used techniques are classification, regression, time series, prediction, discovery of accession rule, clustering, discovery of frequent episodes, and deviation detection. Classification is a supervised learning. In this, data are classified in different disjoint groups basing on the predefined rules. In this, a new arrival can automatically categorize in a particular class basing on the given rule. Regression and classification uses the same technique with a difference that regression is used for numeric and continuous value, whereas classification is used for non-numeric and discrete value. Time series deals with a sequence of data in which a data is taken in a regular time interval to generate valuable information. It is basically used to generate long-term business decisions. In case of prediction, we are using a set of technology and the heuristic of the person concerned to extrapolate the future trend with what if analysis. In case of discovery of association rules, we are discovering the association between different items, which enables to make informed decision that is based on the rules that have the support and confidence greater than or equal to the minimum support and confidence, that is the threshold value. This is also known as market basket problem. Clustering is an unsupervised learning in which items having the common characteristics will form separate groups basing on their probabilistic and deterministic approach. In case of discovery of frequent episode, we are taking a sequence of events that occur frequently close to each other and are extracted from the time sequence. Here the word frequency means a particular time interval which is domain specific. In case of deviation detection, it is the process of identifying the outliers in a particular dataset and the regions thereof, such as noise, impurities, or trivial. Here outliers means that type of data on which in generally we cannot rely upon. Now we will discuss about the different data sources that is used in case of data mining. Data mining system can either be a portion of a data warehouse system or a standalone system. In this, data sources are diverse in nature and varied in form. It may be in structured or unstructured form like the textual data, image data, map data, CAD, that is coronary artery disease data, ECG or electrocardiogram data, genome data, or any other transactional data that is being created in our day-to-day life. On having many merits, data mining technique is widely used in our day-to-day activities, but it also has to undergo many challenges. The commonly faced challenges are listed below. Number 1, human interaction and interpretation. As we know, data is collected from different sectors by different people, so their knowledge and their field of application plays a vital role. Number 2, large data sets and diverse field of applications. This refers the collection of data is very large and they are collected from the different sectors, so their nature is diverse. Number 3 is overfitted. Here overfitted refers the more complex data in nature. Fourth one is missing data. Sometimes the most required data is not available. That may create the bottleneck of proper data study. Number 5 is noisy data. Here noisy data means the meaningless data that cannot be completely removed and that is beyond the control of human hand. Number 6 is integrated. we sometimes may not rely upon the output of this because it gives different outputs in different times. Number 7 is outliers. Outlier refers the data which is significantly deviating from its normal data. Number 8 is visualization. This refers the graphical representations or the diagrammatic representations. This provides the entire picture as a nutshell. Number 9 is high dimensionality. In this, we have to consider a number of features and the number of parameters for our study. Number 10 is multimedia data. We know that data mining deals with the different forms of data. Number 11 is irreliable data. This refers the data which is not concerned with the study of interest. And number 12 is the dynamic data. That means the data which is changing with respect to time. After having a detailed discussion regarding data mining, their advantages and the challenges, we have observed that it deals with quite a large volume of data. To deal with such a voluminous data, data scientists used different tools. There are a lot of tools that is used worldwide. Among them, few are listed below. RapidMiner, Oracle Data Miner, IBM SPSS Modular, K9, Python, Orange, Kaggle, Rattle, Weka, SAS, Board and Elki. They all are domain specific and they all are applied in different areas of specializations. They are also using different languages to develop that. With this, I remain. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Thank you for your patient hearing. Also suggest the topic of interest you want to explain me in future.